season, and in the spirit of Halloween, we'll be talking about spooky plants and their special properties, from penetrating other plant stems to bleeding blood. We'll be talking about ghost pipes, the dragon blood tree, and the witch's hair. For this spooky season, I'm gonna try to do something that really scares me: commitment. I've said before, I'll commit to videos, didn't really follow through, but second time's the charm, whatever. And with that horror set aside, let's get into it. First up, we have the ghost plant, also known as the ghost pipe or Indian pipe. Its translucent appearance radiates like this otherworldly white, and I'll explain why in a second. So it's native to the eastern US and the Pacific Northwest. These little guys are pretty tiny. They're anywhere from like 10 to 30 centimeters. And that stark whiteness, it's because they have no chlorophyll. Yup, that means that they can't photosynthesize to get energy. Instead, ghost pipes are microheterotrophic, which means they get their nutrition via a symbiotic relationship with mycorrhizal fungi, which are those fungi that are integral to plant roots. And usually these fungi give plants like water or nutrients in exchange for the sugars that the plant makes with photosynthesis. But since ghost pipes can't photosynthesize, they actually have to steal these sugars from another plant. So the ghost pipe is a parasite, and it's not just a regular parasite. They take nutrients from a photosynthetic plant via those mycorrhizal fungi. So it's an epiparasite, a parasite that feeds on other parasites. Historically, the Cherokee tribes used its pulverized root as an anticonvulsant, while the Cree tribe chewed the flower as a toothache remedy. Goodbye. It's hauntingly pretty, but don't bother trying to pick it because sightings are really rare and the plant will quickly turn black once it's uprooted. True story, there's a parasitic creature that grows into the flesh of its host organism, eventually forming organs that mix the host and parasite tissues together. It's not what you might think of at first. It's a plant. Well, it's a group of plants. Sapria and Balanophora are two parasitic plant genuses that are evolving to rely completely on their host DNA. Just last month, scientists found that these plants got rid of many of their genes for photosynthesis, root development, and stress hormones. Anything that their host can do, these plants don't need to know how to do. Makes sense since they're just sucking nutrients from their host anyways. In total, they've gotten rid of 30 to 40% of their entire genome. Even though these two groups of plants look totally different and have completely different genomes, they're evolving in the same way. If the gene doesn't spark joy, throw it away, I guess. Follow for more stories in botany. That's the dragon's blood tree getting cut and damaged. It releases this striking red resin, which is eerily reminiscent of blood oozing from its bark. That red hue arises from the sap's rich composition of phytochemicals, including alkaloids and procyanidins. It's native to Yemen and it's been historically used as a dye, a varnish, a perfume. Sap apparently smells really good, unlike blood. And while the dragon blood tree sap is renowned for its roles in wound healing, digestive remedies, and way more health stuff, there's a surprising shortage of research about its true origins, quality control, and clear health benefits. But appearance-wise, the tree can soar up to 60 feet high and spread out like 20 feet wide, so potentially also living for like an impressive 650 years. Its branches fan out in this like unique forked manner, resembling like a colossal mushroom, and the leaves only grow at the end of branches and all point upwards. In Greek mythology, the origin of the dragon's blood tree can be traced back to this epic battle between Heracles and Landon. Landon was a dragon with 100 heads, and he was the guardian of the golden apple. And a part of Heracles' mission, he was supposed to seize these apples and kill the dragon. And from the blood that was spilled during this battle, the dragon's blood trees were born. And legend has it that when these trees are cut, they bleed the very blood of Landon. Several plants produce this red sap or latex, often referred to as dragon's blood, so let me know in the comments if you're curious about these other plants, and I might just craft a video dedicated to them. Then this is witch's hair, aka daughters. It's a genus of over 200 red, orange, and yellow parasitic plants. They have no roots or leaves, so they literally just look like a stem. This parasite winds around the host plant and then just penetrates the host stems. And with this, they have direct connection to vascular bundles in the host, and then they can withdraw like water, and solutes, and carbohydrates. The seedlings have to make that physical contact within the first 5 to 10 days, or they just die. And so to find a host, they have some help. They can use senses that are akin to like smell, touch, and sight. They use phytochromes to detect nearby plants. It obviously doesn't have a nose, but it has specialized proteins that can detect and respond to like scent signals from a potential host. So for example, it can distinguish between wheat, which it hates, and tomato, which it loves. Once that connection is established, the original root in the soil just dies, and the plant grows rapidly and branches out, and every new shoot looks for more connections to the host plant. And when they parasitize the host plants like simultaneously, they form these like connected plant clusters that look like thick, tangled, messy witch hair. These spooky plants are proof that the natural world can be just as mysterious and chilling as any ghost story. So if you're out like trick-or-treating or exploring the dark corners of the forest, you can keep an eye out for these like botanical wonders and add a little touch of spookiness. So don't forget to follow, like the video, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next page.
this chair because homeostasis is sitting in this chair, so this might just be the position I have for this video.